A few weeks ago I've started this electric longboard project. Back then I wasn't sure the case that I would use for the battery and the electronics, but now I've decided to use the 3D printed case since it is very cheap and it has the dimensions that I want. I've designed a case for the battery and another one for the electronics, and in this video we'll mount everything and give it a test and see how it performs. Before we start, make sure you hit the subscribe button and the notification bell in order to see my future videos when I post them. Also, thanks to all my patrons for supporting my projects. So, let's get started. This video is sponsored by GLC PCB, who thanks to all the support from you guys has grown a lot this last year. From me and GLC PCB, thank you very much and wish you Happy New Year! GLC PCB will keep the special offer of $2 for 10 PCB in the future, and I will inform you about all the news. They will keep self-improving the products, the factory, the website, and also shipping for this new year. Thank you everyone and keep up those good projects. What's up my friends, welcome back. Last time we had this. The longboard with the motor mounted, but the ESC and the rest of the electronics were not connected and without a case. Now I've designed these two cases and printed them using PLA material. You have the STL files for the case below in the description. Download that and print the case. I've used two perimeters, 20% infill, a 0.4mm nozzle for the printer, 0.2mm layer height, and I had around 20 to 25 hours of printing time. For the big case you will need a printer with a printing area of at least 28 cm. That's why I've used my Creality CR10. Now we have the cases, so it's time to mount everything. Have in mind that this is the schematic for the entire project, but below you will also find a schematic divided into two parts. One for the battery case and the other one for the electronics. Also remember to upload the PWM code to the Arduino. Okay, so the battery case will have the on and off switch, a charging plug so we could charge the battery when it's low without opening the case, the battery level indicator connected as in the schematic, and two wires from the battery that will go to the ESC inside of the other case. Make sure you buy a 6S battery level indicator if you're using 6S batteries. I also need a few of these T-LiPo connectors, this small switch and some wires. I've used wires from an old PC power supply. This wire is quite thick, but to be sure I've soldered two wires for both black and red colors. Now I have all that I need. The motor is placed onto the longboard. The ESC is connected to the Arduino and the Arduino to the radio receiver. The ESC will be turned on using this small push button. But instead of this I want to put my own push button, one like this one. For that I remove 4 screws from the ESC. These 4 screws that are on the heat dissipator. Now I can open the bottom plastic part of the ESC and reveal the push button. Now I solder 2 thin wires to the pads of this push button and then I close back the case. Once the ESC case is closed back, I add the big push button to the top part of the plastic case and I solder the wires to this push button. I connect the battery to the ESC and I push the button. So it works. It's time to assemble everything. First I decide where to place each case. I will put one on the right side and the other one onto the left side. I leave the middle empty since that part is one of the most that will flex. I put first the battery case and I mark the hole for each screw. I will use 3mm diameter screws and make sure they have a cone-shaped tip like this one, so it will be flat on the surface of the longboard. Now I drill the holes using a 3mm drill bit. Flip the board and enlarge the holes a little bit onto the top side so the screw will be flat like this. Before I mount the case, I have to add the nuts for the top side of the case. For that I will also use 3mm screws. So take one M3 nut. Place it on the hole and use the soldering iron to heat it and push it inside. If not, just polish a little bit the hole so the M3 nut could fit inside with no problems. Now I have all the nuts inside of the main case. I place the case over the longboard and using 2 cm long M3 screws, I screw in place the first case. Make sure the flat side of the screws will be on top. Okay, now the battery case is placed. It's time to put the electronics case. I will mount this as close to the motor. As you can see, this case has 3 holes for the ESC cables, 1 hole for the push button on the top, and a bunch of smaller holes on the sides just in front of the ESC, in order to keep it ventilated and by that keep it cool. I marked the holes for the case. I drilled the holes just as before using a 3mm drill. I add the nuts for the top part of the case and then I screw this one as well onto the longboard. Now both cases are placed. Okay, so first I take a long wire and I solder a female T-plug connector to this wire. Once again I use 2 wires for the negative and positive to be sure. Then I pass this wire through the hole on the back of the electronics case. Now I add this nylon cover to make it look better, and then I pass the wire to the hole on the side of the battery case. Here I solder a male T-plug LiPo connector. So this wire will make the connection between the battery part and the ESC. I put a little bit of glue where the ESC will be, and then I place that ESC inside of the case with the motor wires facing those 3 small holes. I plug the battery cable to the ESC. I also place inside of the case the Arduino and the radio receiver and the small sponge to keep those in place. Finally, I connect the ESC to the motor and I place those wires onto the side holes and close the case. I add the screws all around and that's it. The electronics case is ready. Okay, now for the battery case, I first place the on and off switch onto the side. This switch will be connected to one of the battery outputs and on the other side to a female plug that will go to the cable that is coming from the ESC case. To this female plug I will also solder 2 thin wires. These are connected to the battery level indicator. Okay, now the charging plug gets onto the side and I use some hot glue to fix that in place. Now I could turn on and off my longboard and also charge the battery here on the side of the case. I put the battery inside and I add a small sponge onto the top. This sponge will apply force and keep the battery in place without any glue, zip tie or elastic ribbon. Now I glue the battery indicator onto the top part of the case using some hot glue. I connect the battery female connector to the male connector from the ESC and test if everything works before I close the case. I turn on the switch. The battery level indicator turns on. That means that the longboard is powered. Now I press the push button and activate the ESC. Okay, after the beep, I turn on the radio transmitter and I increase throttle and there you go. The system works. You could use this type of rubber band to close the case and at the same time water seal it. I won't do that for now. First I want to test out the longboard. Now I close the top part and add the screws and that's it. My longboard is finally complete. It's time to test it out. Till now for test I was using 4S batteries. But now with this 6S1 the speed is even higher and the motor has some serious torque. So I took it for a short ride. I'm not that good with longboards and I don't have enough practice. All I can say, it has some serious torque and some nice top speed. I am quite heavy, but even so this motor pushed me with some serious torque, and surprisingly the motor mount didn't get loose. Now braking is a little bit slow, but adjusting the code that could get fixed. The ride was quite awesome and the longboard performed okay. Of course there are a lot of parts that could get improved. But anyway guys, this was my longboard project. You have all the files below. The STL files for the 3D case, the schematics, the part list and the code for the Arduino. The good thing of using an Arduino is that you could set the speed and acceleration however you desire, just by changing a few parts in the code. Consider supporting my projects on Patreon, I would appreciate that. I hope that you enjoyed this tutorial and that you have learned something new. If so, make sure you subscribe and activate the notification bell for future videos. Also click the like button like crazy and share this video with your friends. And remember that your help on Patreon means a lot for me and will keep this kind of videos going. So thanks again and see you later guys.